Hello, Kentucky? Jason Hart is seen as family by Jason Crow Jr. The guy wants to meet with BBN. What does Pope need to do to recruit the guy? Let's analyze the news about the young freshman. Subscribe to the channel first. Jason Crow Jr., a young basketball phenomenon, has great potential to come and play at Kentucky, and analyze his metrics. With impressive averages of 24.2 points per game in the Nike EYBL, the elite of youth basketball in the United States, the Californian point guard is on the radar of practically every major university in the country. Baylor, USC, UCLA, Arkansas, Texas, and Arizona are some of the giants that dream of counting on his services. However, there is something special happening between Crow Jr. and Kentucky, something that transcends the numbers and is based on deep and genuine ties. Wildcats assistant coach Jason Hart emerges as a central figure in this story. For Crow Jr., he's not just a recruiter or a member of Mark Pope's staff, he's family. This unique bond, forged over decades between Hart and Jason Crow Sr., the boy's father, has made the relationship between the player and the Kentucky program almost inevitable. Everybody knows Jason Hart is one of my best friends, so Kentucky is there. They've been there, Crow Sr. said, acknowledging the influence of this historic bond. It's not about favoritism, but rather an organic connection that shapes Crow Jr.'s vision for the future. He himself said in an interview with KSR Plus that he sees Hart as a mentor, someone close enough to be considered an uncle. This family closeness creates a unique environment where the young player can see Lexington as a natural extension of his career. Mark Pope, the Wildcats head coach, has demonstrated a remarkable ability to build bridges with high-level players since his arrival. His ability to bring together talent and culture within the program was already evident in his inaugural season, when he led Kentucky to a performance that surprised even the most skeptical. Crow Jr., when commenting on Pope, highlighted the admiration he feels for the coach. "I think he surprised me. I didn't think he would have the season he had, but they went a long way. I wish them all the best for next season as well," said the young point guard. These words reflect not only the respect for Pope's work, but also the confidence that the program is in good hands to continue growing. The message conveyed by Pope and his staff is different. The staff is committed to attracting Crow Jr., but they also want him to stay focused on the present, enjoying each step of the way before making a final decision. This balanced approach, which mixes ambition and patience, seems to resonate deeply with the young player. He recognizes the value of being surrounded by good point guards and being part of a complete system, like the one the Wildcats have built under Pope's leadership. In addition, there is an important emotional dimension to this recruitment. The BBN, the passionate and loyal fan base that follows Kentucky at all times, plays a crucial role. Crow Sr., when mentioning the possibility of reuniting with BBN, reveals that there is something special in the air. It is as if there is only one last step left for the young player to feel like he is truly at home. And here comes the importance of Jason Hart, whose presence acts as a bridge between Crow Jr.'s family past and his athletic future. If Hart is seen as an uncle, then Kentucky, in a way, is already part of the family. The schedule of official visits and future interactions will be decisive in determining Crow Jr.'s fate. He plans to make his first visit in June, although he has not yet decided where he will go. After that, more stops are planned, with 5 visits in total. The fact that Kentucky is among the top options is a reflection of the hard work and dedication of Pope and his staff, especially Hart, who has been a vital link in this process. When Crow Jr. finally announces his decision, which is expected to happen by December or January, it will be impossible to ignore the impact that these personal relationships have had. Bringing in a player like Crow Jr. would be more than just a recruiting coup. It would cement a philosophy that values talent as much as human connections. He has great potential to land with the Wildcats, don't you think? BBN and I just hope he comes back. Let's look into the Oway issue. The national media narrative seems to be converging on a common denominator. The All-SEC point guard is expected to return for his senior season in 2025-26, although he is still in the NBA draft process, with a deadline of May 28 to decide his future. Rumors and expert analysis indicate that Lexington will be able to count on its talented player once again, and this has generated excitement among both fans and analysts. The NBA Draft Combine, held in Chicago, was the stage where Oway was able to showcase his skills in front of scouts and executives from the league's franchises. In the 2 practice games he participated in, he proved to be a productive and versatile player. On Wednesday, he scored 10 points, distributed 3 assists, grabbed 3 rebounds, recorded 2 steals and 1 block, all in 21 minutes. The following day, he improved his numbers even further with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 steals in 26 minutes. Despite these solid performances, scouts noted that Oway did not show significant improvements in areas crucial to the NBA, such as long-range shooting and playmaking ability. This, coupled with the fact that his name does not appear in major mock drafts, reinforces the idea that another year in college may be the most strategic choice for him. In addition to the technical aspect, there are also financial considerations weighing in. ESPN's renowned analyst Bobby Marks addressed this point during Thursday's Combine. He explained that even if Oway does make it to the NBA via a second-round or 2-way contract, the initial earnings would be relatively modest. A 2-way contract, for example, costs approximately $600,000, while a second-round draft exception is worth around $1.2 million. On the other hand, returning to Kentucky would allow him to maximize his potential and value in the next draft cycle, potentially securing a more lucrative contract in 2026. It's generational money, Mark said, emphasizing that Oway would be betting on himself by looking to develop his game for another year. Media commentary has been unanimous in highlighting the positive impact that Oway's return would have on Mark Pope's program. Jeff Goodman of the Field of 68 stated categorically that he's heading back to Lexington. Fox Sports Radio's Aaron Torres went further, suggesting that with Oway back, Kentucky could be a top 5 or 10 team in the country and even compete for a national championship. 247 Sports Director of Scouting Adam Finkelstein echoed that view, stating that the momentum is taking him back to Kentucky. These predictions reflect the confidence that Oway could be the key to taking the Wildcats to new heights next season. For Mark Pope, keeping Oway would be a big deal for the Wildcats. Since taking over the program, Pope has sought to build an identity based on talent, experience, and depth on the roster. Having Oway as a leader on the perimeter would bring stability and maturity to a team that has already shown signs of promise under his leadership. In addition, the point guard has been a pillar of the Wildcats' offense, combining athletic ability with vision and defensive ability. Another year under Pope's guidance could help him improve his weaknesses, especially in terms of three-point shooting and physical conditioning, making him an interesting prospect for the NBA. But Oway's return would not only benefit his individual career. For BBN, it is an opportunity to continue dreaming big. Kentucky's passionate fans have already shown unwavering support for the team, and seeing a player as different as Oway stay for another season would be a gift for the fans. For now, we just have to wait for Oway's official decision. He has until the end of the month to announce whether he will remain in the NBA draft or return to Kentucky. Regardless of the outcome, it is clear that he is in a privileged position to make the best decision for his future. If he chooses to return, the Wildcats will have an experienced leader capable of guiding the team towards achievements that could make history. Now you comment, it is important.